I'm Pooja Kant Alfred from emofreetherapy.com, and this is the second part of the FB Live series, Making Emotions Our Allies. So, today we'll be talking about the purpose of emotions and discussing two very important emotions, happiness and joy. So, what is the purpose of emotions? If you think about emotions, when you think about it, you know that emotions provide very crucial survival value. As Gabor Mate says, he's a physician and he's worked with a lot of people who have addiction problems. And his book, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, that's a lovely book. So he talks about how emotions have crucial survival value. And we all know that emotions provide us connection, they provide creativity, they provide us protection. So, what are the emotions that provide us protection? Anger provides us protection. How does it provide us protection? Think about it. It makes us fight in a situation. Fear provides us crucial survival value because if you're afraid of something, you know that something is unsafe, something might be dangerous, and you can run away from that situation. So, fear is important, it gives you alertness and caution. And then we have interpersonal emotions like jealousy. Yes, that's an interpersonal emotion. Envy, we have shame and guilt. So if you just think about guilt, for example, guilt helps you in understanding what is right and what is wrong, at least the authentic guilt. And it can help you make amends in your behavior. So in that way, it has a connection value. It helps you to connect with people. And in this way, each and every emotion has its own value, and we'll be talking about that in the other, FP lives that I do. So today, just focusing on first the purpose of the emotion. They give us vital information from the world. They tell us what is safe, what is not safe, um, what is good for us, what is not good for us, and that can really be helpful for us. Now, what is the difference between healthy and unhealthy emotions? And one of the books that I really follow is a book by Carla McLaren. It's called The Language of Emotions, What Your Feelings Are Trying to Tell You. And this is an excellent book that I read all the time. I started reading it a couple of years back and I use it in my personal life and in my work. And Carla McLaren says that emotions need to flow freely and you need to channelize them, and then only are these healthy emotions. So, in my opinion, healthy emotions are those that are not excess, that you can feel and you can let them flow. You don't imprison your emotions, as she says, that when you start imprisoning your emotions, when you start holding on to your emotions, when you don't let them go, when these emotions get stuck, that is when they become unhealthy. But they are healthy when you take the important message from them, and based on that you decide what to do next. And that is your emotion in a free flowing state. And I've practiced this. For example, if I'm angry about something, I just sit with that feeling for some time and I try and understand what is it trying to tell me, because there is some value in that. And once I understand, then I can decide how I want to act on it or not act on it. And that can really help. So, and we all know that one of the most important components of emotional intelligence is knowing about your emotions. It's awareness about your emotions. And I talked a bit about that in the first part of this series. So you need to flow, let the emotions flow, channelize them so that they don't get stuck. Now, any emotion can become unhealthy. Even joy and happiness can become unhealthy. Isn't that interesting? So, sometimes when my clients say that, wouldn't it be amazing if they only felt happy? And then I think about this. Let's say you're happy all the time and you come to know that your pet is ill. What are you going to do? You're happy. Um, your pet is not feeling well, but you're so happy that there's no other emotion. There is no fear there that what if, my pet has a serious illness, I need to take my pet to the doctor. That concern may not be there because you're in a state which is only happy. So, fear in this situation can help you take your pet to the doctor. Let's say your spouse is cheating and you're happy about it. What would have helped? Probably a bit of anger about it, definitely, because the anger is going to tell you that, okay, you need to confront it, you need to talk to your spouse about it, or you need to strengthen your boundaries, and so on and so forth. So we cannot be in one state of emotion all the time. That doesn't help. That is being stuck with one emotion. And the same applies for happiness and joy. So let's talk about our turbulent relationship with happiness and joy. So, what is happiness? Carla McLaren, she says that happiness is a feeling of wonder, awe, amazement, hope, anticipation of good things. All these things can give us happiness. And happiness, when it comes by itself, then it's an amazing feeling when you're not chasing it. So, when is happiness healthy? When we allow ourselves to feel it without putting conditions on it. And when we allow ourselves to feel that we deserve happiness. So many a times we feel that we don't deserve happiness. Or when happiness comes, then you have this feeling that Brené Brown talks about, which is joy foreboding, fear of happiness. So I'm happy in this moment, it might go away. What might happen if I lean into happiness? It might not stay. And there's this feeling that I have to clutch. You feel that you have to clutch the happiness. You have to hold on to it. You have to, keep it with you. You have to imprison the happiness. And that's where it becomes a problem. If you just celebrate the happiness, have fun at that time, get into that playful mood, celebrate it, and let it flow freely, then you make space for the next moment of happiness to come. And that's what I feel. And that's one way to handle the fear that comes up with happiness. So that you just let it flow. You feel happy about something, you feel it fully, and then you don't hold on to it, you let it flow. And Carla McLaren, she says that celebrate your happiness and let it go. It can only flow freely when you allow all of your emotions to flow. So when you allow all the emotions to flow is when you can also make space for these feelings. If you numb emotions like fear and anger and shame and guilt, then you also numb the pleasant emotions. You also numb happiness and joy. So what I've understood is that you need to feel happy, you need to celebrate it, and then you need to let it go, because that's only when you allow space for other emotions to come in, the other next moment of happiness or next moment of joy to come in. Now let's look at joy. Joy is deeper than happiness. When we look at an amazing sunset, we feel that joy. You can feel that joy when you're looking at a kid sleeping, your pet sleeping. You feel that joy when you look at animals. You feel joy when you're looking at a beautiful piece of art. All these moments of joy, these are the moments when we need to lean into that. And these moments come automatically. It's not that you're chasing it, they come automatically, they catch you unawares, and that's the beauty of joy. And also, you feel joy when you've surmounted any challenge, when you've put an effort and something has become really good, a project that you've worked on and it has become successful, and you've surmounted lots of challenges for that, and that's when joy can come in. Now, when it becomes unhealthy when you make it a goal to only feel that emotion, when you make it a goal to only feel joy, that is when it becomes unhealthy. When all your practices are towards, all your energy is towards only feeling joy, that's when it becomes unhealthy. Instead, if you can just let it come up automatically, feel it, lean into it, and Brené Brown says that be grateful for the opportunity, then you can let the joy flow freely and you can make again space for the next moment of joy to come in. So again, quoting from this book, Language of Emotions, remind yourself that your hard work is just as meaningful and beautiful as joy. Isn't that lovely? So whatever effort you put in, you also remind yourself that that was as beautiful as this moment of joy. So on this note, I'm going to end today's FB Live series part 2, and I'll be back again with more emotions and their purpose and healthy and unhealthy aspects of these emotions.